Centuries had passed since humanity had almost vanished from the cosmos, reduced to whispers in the archives of the great star empires. The law was clear, immutable, written in the treaties of countless civilizations: do not disturb Earth's descendants. For generations, every species in the Galactic Council had obeyed. Humanity was considered primitive, unremarkable, perhaps even extinct. Yet, in the quiet corners of space, the descendants of Earth were quietly proving that no law, no matter how ancient, could contain their ambitions. The human territories were scattered across sectors that even the most cautious alien empires barely mapped. On the surface, the worlds appeared modest, the fleets conventional, the technology understated. But appearances had always been humanity's greatest weapon. Deep beneath the crust of an unassuming moon in the Atron system, Admiral Cale Rourke strode through the control room of a secret research station, a faint hum of quantum engines beneath his feet. The room was filled with engineers, their faces lit by the glow of consoles tracking simulations far beyond the comprehension of outsiders. Here, humans had perfected the art of deceptive advancement, technology that looked simple yet could twist the very fabric of space-time if used correctly. "Remember," Rourke said, his voice calm but commanding, "the moment they think they understand us, we change the rules. Every fleet, every weapon, every move is designed to mislead. If they underestimate us, good. That's how we survive." Lieutenant Mara Jensen nodded. "Simulation shows the Vornax fleet can be delayed by their own overconfidence. If we trigger the decoy now, they won't reach the system for cycles." Rourke's gaze swept over her, a flicker of admiration in his eyes. Humanity had survived countless attempts at eradication, not by raw force alone, but through intelligence, adaptability, and patience. The humans of this era had learned from history. The galaxy may be vast, but survival demanded precision and foresight. Every move mattered. Every underestimated human could become a pivot upon which entire empires could falter. Far beyond the Atron system, Princess Lyris of the Vornax gazed at the holographic map of human territories projected in the Imperial Council chamber. Young, ambitious, impatient, she believed strength alone could shape history. "They are primitive," she said, eyes narrowing. "We've studied their technology. Their fleets are outdated, their strategies predictable. If the law forbids contact, it is a relic. Let us test them. Let us see if humans are as fragile as the elders claim." The council murmured. Several elder diplomats exchanged cautious glances. To break the law was unthinkable. It had been decreed by the galaxy's oldest treaties. Civilizations that had tried to exploit Earth descendants before remembered only the warning in their failures. Yet Lyris was not deterred. There was a spark in humanity, she believed, a curiosity, an ingenuity, an unpredictable streak that called to be challenged. Perhaps she underestimated the price of that gamble. On the fringe of Vornax-controlled space, a Lithari scholar named Tsavi pored over ancient star maps and fragmented records. Lithari society revered knowledge, and Tsavi's obsession was with the forbidden, the true history of Earth and its descendants. "They were always underestimated," he whispered, eyes scanning the data holos. "And yet, when the empires turn their gaze elsewhere, humanity grows in silence. They do not seek glory, they build power." Tsavi's fingers hovered over the console. The data was incomplete, but the patterns were unmistakable. Across centuries, humans had developed technologies that no single alien empire could match. They had survived calamities, adapted to hostile environments, and maintained secrecy so profound that even the most observant scouts could report only fragments. If anyone dared disturb them, they would awaken forces that the galaxy had long forgotten. The first contact came at the edge of human-controlled space, in an uncharted system rich with resources. Cloaked fleets of Vornax and Lithari scouts crept forward, confident they would observe primitive humans with ease. They were wrong. Admiral Rourke had anticipated the intrusion. Humans had prepared a theater of illusions, holographic fleets, decoy planets, and adaptive defenses that misled sensors. The alien ships detected multiple false fleets, and their commanders began to argue over what was real. Rourke watched through the command interface, fingers poised. "Engage the decoy," he ordered. "Let them believe the illusion." Princess Lyris, aboard her flagship, leaned forward in disbelief. "Where are their fleets hiding? They should be vulnerable by now." Her advisors murmured, puzzled by the humans' cunning. Minor skirmishes erupted, testing human reactions. Every time the aliens assumed they had an advantage, the humans adapted, countered, and disappeared. Savi, secretly sympathetic to humans, warned some council members of the danger. "Their tactics, they are unlike anything we have faced. The descendants of Earth are patient and precise. To provoke them is to invite ruin." But Lyris ignored him. Arrogance and curiosity drove her fleet toward human space. Unbeknownst to her, Rourke had captured a drone and decrypted their war plans. Every move they made was already anticipated, every formation accounted for. By the time alien reinforcements arrived, humans had set traps that left the invaders in disarray, forcing them to retreat with heavy losses. The council debated furiously. To strike at humanity was to risk the wrath of a species that had been underestimated for centuries. Yet political ambition and personal hubris prevailed. Lyris pushed forward, leading her fleet into a full-scale assault. Humanity's answer was not brute force, but intelligence, patience, and innovation. Gravitational anomalies were weaponized, AI-driven swarms exploited weaknesses in alien coordination, and predictive algorithms allowed human commanders to anticipate moves before they were made. By the end of the engagement, Vornax and Lithri fleets had suffered humiliating losses. The message was clear. Humans were not weak, not primitive, and not to be trifled with. Every empire that had once whispered about violating the law now understood the cost of arrogance. In the aftermath, humanity emerged from the shadows, revealing fragments of their advanced technology, stealth fleets capable of disappearing into asteroid fields, adaptive AI that learned faster than any alien command system, and energy manipulation devices that could alter the trajectory of entire fleets. Princess Lyris faced personal humiliation, yet she could not deny the brilliance of her adversaries. Savi published findings detailing humanity's hidden potential, forcing the empires to recognize the descendants of Earth as equals in the galactic hierarchy. Humans had not sought war, they had only ensured survival. And survival, it seemed, made them unstoppable. Admiral Rourke addressed his officers aboard the Atron station, calm and resolute. "The law exists for a reason, but laws are written by those who fear the unknown. Let them learn respect, let them learn patience, and above all, let them never mistake our restraint for weakness. Humanity has returned, not to conquer, but to endure. And when the galaxy forgets this lesson, it will fail." The stars themselves seemed to pause, watching as Earth's descendants, long underestimated, long ignored, took their place among the galaxy's true powers. Every empire had known the law. Every empire had failed to obey it fully. And every empire would remember the cost of that failure.